Can you have a life in your heart while not being empty in the head? Because the way satsang flowed today was in this way. We start with open and empty, then the presence becomes apparent, palpable, then we discover what our true life is and where our true life is in God's light. And from there everything is different. Not necessarily different in the outer world, but it's like we shifted planets. The difference actually is bigger than that. But to go from the oppression of the mind to God's light, and yet strangely, we get withdrawal symptoms from the oppression. So we just, but yeah. And the mind, it can, that is the period of wobbliness, and maybe some have even called it the dark night of the soul, and these kind of things. And it can seem very scary, because you feel like you don't have the ground to stand on anymore. What is happening to you? What is going to happen? You're going to die. The mind will propose all of these things. Ironically, just when you're coming to true life, we are the most scared of death. So then the mind comes as a friend and says, no, hold on to me. I'm here to help. You see? This is the way in which I'm helping. Don't listen to that one too much, okay? That one who talks to you in satsang, don't listen to him too much. Because he's too far out, he's too radical, he's not helping, he doesn't understand your life. Yeah? All this stuff it'll tell you. So, you have to be careful of that. Any offer that comes, it says, no, you're on your own on this one. You have to do this on your own terms. Our mind cannot visualize 7, 8 billion. You can maximum go to maybe 15, 30. 30 is also tough. So you may start, you did this exercise? Does anyone? So I say, okay, imagine one orange. Everyone can do it. 3, fine. 5, easier to imagine if they're still. 5, 5 everyone can do. 7, keep your attention on 7 oranges. 10, thoda, got 10? No. 10, 15, no chance. Now just oranges. Just oranges. So that is the limited nature of our mind. It's so tiny with our imagination, with our memory. All these things are so small, but we give it credit for so much. Give it credit for so much that we can understand. So I was just going to say that there are 7 billion or more than 7 billion of us apparently humans on this planet, and all of them have the same thing. They have the same concerns, they have the same problems. But the mind convinces you that you have a unique set of things. Your life is especially bad, usually especially bad. When you're feeling good, then especially good. Nothing There is nothing special at all about our worldly life. Because you may have the money of the Rockefellers or now the Ambanis, but you're going to still sleep on one bed, sit on one chair, wear one set of clothes, and you will not be peaceful if your mind is bothering you, and you'll be happy if you're in your heart in God's love and presence. It's all the same stuff. The mind convinces you. Why I'm saying all this is because the mind convinces you that you have some special problem, you have some special thing. The problems are only these four. My relationships, yeah? My financial security or security, and the health of this body, and the constructs of meaning that we keep chasing in our head. Man, search for meaning, whatever you want to call it. But in different quantities, at different times, these variables keep playing up in our heads, and that is the human condition. It's very primitive actually. So what is there so much to think about this life? Same old stuff. I want, I want, I want. I don't want, I don't want, I don't want. Huh? So I'm the travel agent for a different type of life. But then you have to come with me fully. You can't keep one toenail in your mind and then live in God's light in your heart. And that's the trouble with the construct of the spiritual seeker. You have some context to all of this, my dear? Yeah. It has. Good, good, good. So just maybe I recap a little bit. So I don't know what he told you, but I have some very absurd things that I tell everyone. So the biggest probably absurd thing I tell everyone is that this world appearance is a maya, is a leela, you see, which implies that it appears, but it doesn't have any substance, it doesn't have any tangibility, any reality. As opposed to that, there is the presence of God within ourselves, which we may call the Atma within, or the Sadguru presence, or the Holy Spirit, or the consciousness, the presence of consciousness. And as we turn inwards towards that presence, as we learn to live in the love of that presence, in the light of that presence, that which is avidya, which is ignorance, which is to take the false to be true and to take darkness to be light, that actually falls away, and you come to the presence of a greater reality than we could have ever imagined, and that is the reality of finding God. And in the light of that discovery of the holy light within ourselves, the Atma within ourselves, we find our true reality, our true nature as the absolute nirguna, which means attributeless self. So, and what is important is that you don't have to agree with me, you don't have to believe me. None of this is true just because I say it. Huh? But it is important to either say that, yes, I'm finding what you're saying, it seems to be true, or to say that, no, you're just fooling everyone, you're just talking rubbish and just painting stories and just confusing everyone with your words. So you have to either prove me right or prove me wrong, because if I told you, I don't know, let's presume that you like Mammootty. Huh? If I told Mohanlal, neither. Are you going to keep her in your community? So we won't get in more trouble. But so for a moment, let's presume that you like Mohanlal. So if I told you that Mohanlal is in that kitchen there, you see, and I sound like a credible voice to you, you would at least say, oh, let me go and check. You see? And then after checking, you could say, no, no, he's not there. Therefore, you are lying. Or, oh, thank you, he is there and I got to meet him. I always wanted to meet him. You see? So, but I'm telling you about something which is much greater than any icon or film star or something like that. I'm telling you that God is real, is not a conceptual construct, and His presence, His light can be found. And in the finding of that, we come to the end of the strife and suffering that we call human existence. You see? And our outer life, the play of life may continue to go on, but our inner life gets transformed in a way that we could not previously imagine. So that is the construct, that is the basic subtext to most things that you hear in satsang. You see, it is about this this changeover from the way of the head to the way of the heart. Because why the heart? This is your spiritual center, not the emotional heart. Because many people say, oh, I'm all heart, I'm not head at all, you see, so I will fit in very well into satsang. But what they actually meant is that they just go with their emotion, whatever their emotions were telling them. But that is not the kind of heart that we are talking about. We are talking about the holy presence within ourselves, the Atma within, which seems to emanate, the core of it seems to emanate from our spiritual heart. So, to come to the company of this truth, Satsang, is to come to the company of the truth, is literally the meaning of Satsang. So that's what we are mostly that's what we are mostly speaking of in Satsang. It's good to do these recaps. Because you could be coming to Satsang 5 years and then you hear the recap and say, oh, that's what we're doing here. It can happen. Because many may still believe that it's about finding that spiritual aspect of our life and making our life more well-rounded. No, it's a complete overwriting of the previous operating system with a new one.